can it be? Can it please just get back in this game? Yes, 875,000.
Ben was going to check raise on the flop.
Most likely.
Now with the overcard out there, he's a little worried, but just don't see him throwing this away just yet.
WPT Global is your destination for big Sunday tournaments. You'll find tournament buy-ins at all levels and huge guarantees. Head over to WPTglobal.com and use bonus code YT35, and your first $110 Sunday Slam ticket is free.
Well, there you see the 4 players left. Ben Hamnett out in front with 15.7 million. All these guys going for their first WPT title. And Vince, that's what they're playing for. Over 818,000 in cash. Remember, we started 5 days ago with 1,181 players. The second largest field in WPT history, second only to an event right here at Borgata as well.
All right, the antes at 30,000, blinds are 120 and 240. Action on Matthew Burnitz, and he's going to raise with his ace-7, makes it 600,000.
Ben going out.
Ofir Mor, he is a local here, plays here at the casino. He's got 9s, he says all in.
I can't blame him for going all in there. And the Tyler Patterson, the big blind. Look at this. He's picked up 2 kings in the big blind. He's also all in.
Amazing. Matt going out. It's showdown.
Oh, I can't do it twice.
Wow. 9s versus kings.
Ofir gets up, but when there were 7 players left in this tournament, Ofir had 2 9s, an opponent had 2 jacks. The flop came 9-4-4. Could lightning strike twice for no fear Ofir.
That would be absolutely sick. Go into the flop, 5 cards to come. Poker destiny on hand here at Borgata.
Well, it's come ace, deuce, 3. So far, the 2 kings out in front.
I gotta become the last one.
They'd split the pot if it came 4-5, but for Ofir to win the pot, he must catch a 9. I think the look on Ofir's face says it all right now. Not a happy camper.
Third card is a jack of hearts. No help for Ofir. Tyler Patterson. They call him the Titan of Tulip. That's a casino up in Seattle. The former dealer has a big chance here of doubling up. And it's going to work. 4 clubs on the river. The Titan of Tulip has taken down this pot. And Ofir Mor is going to be circling the drain.
The beast sits back down. The question is, for how long?
Well, he's first to act, doesn't have enough of the big blind, but puts in the remainder of the chips.
Well, knows he's going to be in the big blind the next hand. You might as well get some value. Puts it in there with the 10-8, and as you can see, Tyler sitting right behind him. He's going to call the big blind.
And now Matthew.
He's in the small blind with the jack-10. He's going to call also.
Yep. Ben Hamnet also in, not going to raise. You know, it's like 3 crocodiles just circling the lamb.
This is gonna be
no one's going to raise. No one's going to touch each other. They just want to get the one victim, and that would be Ofir.
And nobody's going to bet unless they have a real big hand either, Vince. You don't want to bluff the other guys out of the pot where Ofir could stay alive.
Well, the flop comes up king, queen, 10 of diamonds. The 4 flush for Tyler. 10s for Ofir and Matthew, but Matthew with a bigger kicker at this point.
Well, checked all around. 4 comes off on the turn.
No help for Ofir, and they're all going to wisely check.
And the 5 of diamonds on the river.
Yep.
And look at Tyler looking back to make sure he's got that nut flush. He is so happy.
He's going to bet it.
It's going to be bye-bye Ofir.
Yeah, the beast of Borgata. Things just didn't work out. Matt and Ben fold the hand, and finally Ofir realizing that it's over for him.
That's going to do it now for Ofir Mor. He hung on for one more hand, but wasn't meant to be. Ofir Mor from Morton, New York, out in 4th place.
That is right. The beast of Borgata has to say goodbye. He is busted out. Going to take home $250,000. Let's see what he has to say.
Honestly, this table was I thought was a lot tougher than my other table. But I played the best I could, played my hands as best as I can, and just worked out that way. Nothing I could do in that spot with 2 9s, but get it in.
All right, first to play, Matthew Burnitz, out of Delaware, 43-year-old, non-professional poker player.
Well, he's on the button in position. Got a 7-8. And he's going to call, limp in and on the button.
He certainly is.
Ben limps in out of the small blind, and Tyler happy to see a flop with the 4-3. And how happy is he now? He flopped the joint, the best hand possible, the 6-high straight.
Incredible.
And what's more incredible is we've got Ben leading out with bottom pair.
Oh, yep, Ben bets 320,000. Now Tyler Patterson.
Wow. Rather than slow play event, he is getting out raising chips, and he is going to raise it to 850,000.
And look at this. Matthew has an open-ended straight draw, so he's sticking around.
Well, he calls the 850 cold, hops the fence, as we say, for 850 here with an open-end straight draw.
And Ben folds, and there's an 8 on the turn.
Well, this could get Matthew in big trouble now. He's got top pair and an open-end straight, but his opponent already has a straight.
And Tyler with the straight right now, getting those betting chips out.
Yeah, he's getting out the heavy artillery here. 1.7 million is the bet.
That is big.
What do you do? You're sitting in Matthew's seat. Remember, Tyler raised on the flop when Ben led out. Now he's bet 1.7 million here on the turn, and got called in the 9 comes off.
Oh, wow.
A 4-card straight on the board. And this is amazing how this hand was played and what's going to happen to poor Tyler here.
He's checked it.
I'm all in.
There you go, an all-in bet here. Wow.
Vince Tyler's only got about 4 million left.
Question is, did he have to bet that much? He could chase Tyler away with this.
Over 10 million in the pot. You have to specifically put your opponent on a 7 to lay this hand down. No other hand can the guy have. He must have a 7 in his hand. He laid it down, and what a laydown that is by Tyler Patterson.
Big hand for Matthew Burnitz.
And with that pot, Matthew Burnitz is going to once again reassume the chip lead at this final table.
WPT Global is your destination for big Sunday tournaments. You'll find tournament buy-ins at all levels and huge guarantees. Head over to WPTglobal.com and use bonus code YT35, and your first $110 Sunday Slam ticket is free.
Action on Ben. This time, ace-4 in his hand.
He's going to raise on the button with this hand.
Yeah, he makes it 600,000 to go. Tyler Patterson behind him with ace-6.
Now it's ironic. He just moved in and had a guy lay down an ace-6 offsuit
I'm all in.
out of the big blind, and now he's moving over the top himself with the ace-6.
Matthew now with just queen high, gets out of the way. Back on Ben.
Yeah, it's going to cost him about 2.4 million more to call. He can afford to make the call. Probably not liking it though right now, but
I call.
he does make it. I think you have to in that spot. And unfortunately for Ben, he is outkicked. It's ace-6 versus ace-4. A lot of flop cards out there would give him a split pot, but right now Tyler well out in front. Ace-6, ace-4.
Yep.
Throw some 4s out there.
Throw him out of the deck.
Big chance for Tyler to double up.
Well, Tyler's wife Miley can't even watch here.
I would love quads.
Please let him just hold on.
We'll take quads.
Tyler's tournament life on the line. He's out in front. Let's see if his hand holds up. Whoa, flop comes Jack, 5 deuce.
I do not like it.
It's not a good flop for Ben here in that chances are it's not going to be a split pot now. He can look for a 3 or 4 to take the lead.
Just a 3
3.
or 4.
4 or 4 is what he's looking for.
Flop, a great flop.
He wanted big cards to come up where he can get the split out of this.
For a chunk, though.
Monkey.
Now he needs the board to pair a couple times. A 4 comes up. He has taken the lead. Tyler Patterson
he's got like
cannot
7.
believe it. He's up on his feet. He now needs a 3 or a 6 to stay alive in this tournament. Nothing else will do for him. A 3 gives him a straight. A 6 gives him the best hand with 2 6s.
Jack of
But
clubs,
he's got to
we'll
have
take
help, and he needs it right now on the river.
Catastrophe on the turn for Tyler. Can he get lucky on the river? Here we go.
A king. Oh, so there it is. Tough luck for Tyler Patterson. got a good flop there, Vince. He was going to win that pot, but the 3 or 4 came up, or the board paired twice. But a 4 did come up, and that's going to do it for Tyler Patterson from Everett, Washington. He's going to be our third place finisher.
That is right. Gonna take home close to $300,000. But Tyler Patterson out in third place. Let's see what he has to say about that tough beat.
I played tighter than I usually do. I mean, there was a lot of stuff going on out there, so I was just trying to wait and find a good spot, and found some, but it didn't really work out.
Ben Hamnet with the button. He is a king 8.
Well, he knows the king high is the favorite over a 2-card random hand.
Well, he's just going to call, and now it's on Matthew, who has a little suited connector, 6-7 of hearts.
Well, Matthew could take a free flop if he wished, but looks like he's getting out some raisin chips to take the lead, and that's what he's doing.
Yeah, makes it $1 million total. But Ben is going to make the call.
Okay, so we're going to have a flop here. The flop comes ace, 9, 4, 2 diamonds. Action on Matthew.
Yeah, he is first to act. Let's see if he makes the continuation bet. No, he checks it.
Just a very poor play by Matthew, in my opinion. You know your opponent doesn't have an ace in his hand. He didn't raise before the flop. I think if you have 7 high, you have to make a continuation bet there. Now he's made an open-end straight draw. As you can see, and he's reaching for chips. But Ben made 2 8s on the turn.
Matthew is going to stick out a bet of $950,000.
Well, you're just saying to yourself, why didn't this guy bet on the flop? What is going on here?
It's been called. So Matthew Burnitz, so-called amateur, would love to catch it straight, but not to be. The 4 comes up, pairs the board. Let's see if Matthew tries one more time.
And the only way he can
Well,
win
he
the
is.
pot is to bet at it. He does bet at it. Pretty healthy bet, 1.7 million.
That's pretty
I call.
stiff. But a great call by Ben.
I missed my streaker.
Nicely done by Ben Hamnet, making the call with just 8s.
Well, it just doesn't make sense to me why Matthew wouldn't make a continuation bet on the flop there. He waited too late to start bluffing at the pot. His opponent figured it out, and Matthew lost a good deal of chips because of it.
He could have been playing it slow, though, after the flop. We have seen that. That's what he was trying to do. Did not pay off. Ben, just too experienced, takes him down. Matthew now, first to play. He's going to call with just a 9-3. He might be tilting here a little bit, Mike.
He's tilting a lot, looks like to me. This is about as junky a hand as you can pick up.
But Ben has a real hand. Queen, Jack of diamonds has made a raise
Yeah.
to over $1 million. So it's another 600,000.
Yeah, just a very poor play here. You're just hoping for luck where the stars just light up and hit the flop for you, but doesn't usually happen for the 9-3 offsuit. Doesn't happen here.
No, it doesn't.
As you can see,
Ben has hit jacks, too.
he's hit top pair and he checked. A little strange.
Turn card, king of spades.
And now the overcard comes out there.
No help to either player.
Well, again, Ben checks.
Now Matthew's thinking to himself, maybe I can just steal this. Can it be? Can it please just get back in this game? Yes, 875,000.
Ben was going to check raise on the flop.
Most likely.
Now with the overcard out there, he's a little worried, but just don't see him throwing this away just yet.
Well, he's making the solid call.
Yep, 875,000.
Down to the river, to the complete discomfort there of Matthew, as you can see, shriveling up an ace on the river.
Neither player going to be crazy about that card, I don't think.
Checks again. Now, do you just give it one more shot? One college try and plunge ahead? Nope, he's going to slow down,
Jack.
throw the white flag up.
You're good?
Realize he's been outplayed
Yes, sir.
here.
Thank you.
And Ben Hamnet, gotta be feeling good about himself, taking this pot.
Right now, Matthew all over the map here, looks like to me. Ben holding the cards over him, and Matthew's timing couldn't be worse than trying to steal pots.
Well, the Royal Flush girls are talking up with anyone who wants to come up there here on the World Poker Tour.
Well, Ben widening his chip lead now, nearly a 5-1 chip lead over his opponent now.
Okay, back to this hand action on Matthew. He's got uneventful 8-6. He's got the button, and he's just going to call. And now, look at this. Ben Hamnet has picked up the weapons of mass destruction, the pair of aces.
You have $6 million?
Not anymore.
What a
Probably
time to
5.
pick up
Yeah, about
classic
6.
hand.
5.5 to
You
6.
talk about running good at the right time, Vince. This guy is doing it.
And Ben is just figuring out how much he's going to raise. Just kind of milk the Holstein if you can.
Well, he knows this guy doesn't throw a hand away after he raises the pot a little bit.
Yeah.
So that's what he's done here. He raised it 575,000. We saw Matthew call a raise the last hand with 9-3 offsuit. Now he's calling a raise with an 8-6 offsuit.
He is speculating for gold, hoping to hit a long shot. Doesn't happen there as a Jack Queen shows up on the flop.
Action on Ben. Certainly going to bet the aces here.
Yeah, he's got to stick out 675. Nothing happening there for Matthew.
Don't tell me, Matthew.
Uh-oh.
He is raising it here.
Uh-oh.
Well, Vince, the guy is fighting for pots, I'll say that.
Makes it 1.5.
He's just marching with 2 left feet right now. That's his problem. You're sitting in Ben's seat. You say, this guy really catch a jack on the flop? If he did, he did. No chance, I don't think. You can get a giveaway aces here.
I'm all in.
Yeah, he's pushed all in and a quick ejection by Matthew Burnitz. Ben Hamnet from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, running over Matthew Burnitz at this point.
Well, he's holding the cards, and Matthew is self-imploding. It's all working for him right now.
All right, down to the money pit we go. Matthew Burnitz looking at a queen 6. He might stage a little comeback if he can. Now this time he's just going to call Ben with a 6 deuce.
Ben, of course, happy to see a free flop.
And here we go. And look at this flop. Queens and 6s for Matthew and 6s for Ben. And Ben, it's up to him first. And oh, wow, he's getting chips out.
Well, he's going to bet bottom pair. Can't blame him for that. But
400,000. Matthew Burnitz just calling. He's going to try to trap his man a little bit.
wow.
Not chase him out.
As you like to say, Vince, an okie dokie call there.
Yeah.
Now a jack comes off, so there's a possible straight out there now. Ben now going to check bottom pair, and he's going to recognize there is no hand that he could beat here, with the possible exception of a 7-9.
Yeah, Matthew's going to bet $1 million. And Ben's going to fly away.
Yeah. Nice give up there by Ben, and Matthew says, finally, I win a pot heads up.
WPT Global is your destination for big Sunday tournaments. You'll find tournament buy-ins at all levels and huge guarantees. Head over to WPTglobal.com and use bonus code YT35, and your first $110 Sunday Slam ticket is free.
Just saying, just give me one hand, one little hand where I can bust this guy.
This time he's got king 8. Not going to raise with it. Just calls. And Matthew with a 6 deuce of diamonds.
This time it's Matthews happy to get a free flop.
Yep, and he checks it. So king 8 versus 6 deuce. Here we go. And the flop comes up ace 10, 10, but there's 2 diamonds out there. It gives Matthew a 4 flush, and he's going to check the 4 flush.
Ben going to make a continuation bet here of 400,000.
Matthew now with an opportunity,
I'm all in.
and he's going to push all in.
Now he's checked raised all in with the flush draw. Now Ben knows this guy can't have an ace in his hand because he would have raised before the flop. That didn't happen. He's either got a 10 or he's got nothing.
And Ben doesn't have too much either, though. That's the problem. But he does find this amusing for some reason.
Doesn't make any sense.
He's getting philosophical.
I'm sure I'm winning right now.
You gotta admire his poker instincts because he's spot on. He is winning right now. Would the guy move all in with 3 10s here? That's the only hand he can have in this spot. Never gonna have an ace, ever. You're down to 10 times the big blind. You're raising in the big blind with an ace when your opponent limps in on the button, period. Ben knows it.
So it's possible he could have a 10, and he might have gone all in. There's 2 diamonds out there to protect himself.
I'm not one for doubting my instincts, but that's it. I just really have nothing.
You don't want to double up a guy when you're crushing him, and he's going to lay down the hand.
Well, he's doubting his instincts, and he said it perfect.
Yeah.
It didn't make sense.
A nice strong play by Matthew Burnitz. Coming back, he's on that trail. And the blinds are now going up to 250, 500 with a $75,000 ante. Action on Matthew, and this time he's got Jack 10 of hearts. And he's going to put out the raising chips into Ben. And Ben looks down at a king-queen offsuit.
I'm all in.
Wow, he's going to push all in with it.
I call.
And a quick call by Matthew Burnitz.
And Ben is going to love it when he turns up his hand because he's only got Jack high.
Oh, yes, he does.
King, queen, and I'm double suited. He's only got one flush draw.
Ben Hamnet
Of hearts, yeah.
out in front with king queen. He's a favorite against Jack 10 of hearts.
Now Ben is feeling it right now. He knows he's so close to putting that trophy on his mantle and becoming a WPT champion. He's just saying to himself, come on, one time, let my hand hold up.
Ben Hamnet out of Pittsburgh wants to start a film production company with his winnings. If he should win this hand and win the title.
One time. I'll use my one time. I never do
So
that.
here we go with 5 cards to come.
A queen right on the flop. Queen 8 deuce. It is not over though. As you can see, Matthew's got a straight draw. 9 would give him a straight. He must catch a 9 or a running combination of a 10 and a Jack twice.
Unbelievable. That would be a huge suck out at this point.
Okay, Matthew looking for a 9 ball in the corner pocket right now.
Let's turn that card.
Well, 3 of diamonds comes off. We are down to the river. Ben Hamnet will become our champion if he can dodge a 9 on the river. And Vince, it's a 9 ball in the corner pocket or a scratch right now for Matthew.
Yeah, Matthew Burnitz has to hit a 9, a 4-outer. Can he get it for the miracle and the comeback?
Gets a 5.
Ben Hamnet has done it. He will become a WPT champion here at Borgata. He has defeated Matthew Burnitz. Let's go hear from our winner.
I'm ecstatic. I'm really happy. He played fantastic. He's a great player, and I'd love to play him again.
Let's hear it for Ben Hamnet from Pittsburgh.